waking up early is the best way to get that work-life balance. I've been up since 6 this morning and I managed to go to the gym, I've spent time with family, I've prepped my food, I've ate food, I've done client work, and it's only 11 o'clock. I've still got 12 hours and still going to sleep. It's such a beautiful day as well. I'm doing this YouTube video now as well. I'm going to head to work, I'm going to do a 9-hour shift, and I feel great. And the reason I'm recording this video right now is because the past few days have been very rough. I'm not coming on here to complain and get sympathy, but I'm here to kind of get a point across and see if I can help someone. But the past few days have been rough, and I've been getting my life back on track a bit, and it was obviously the last thing I really wanted to do in the moment. I don't really feel motivation anymore. Everything's kind of just done on discipline. So obviously I was in a moment where I felt really low and I just kind of had to pull it out the mud. Like I said, it was the last thing I wanted to do, but it was something that I needed to do. I had to remind myself what it is I actually want out of life. I had to put myself in the shoes of the guy in 40 years time where he's achieved nothing and how he feels, how disappointed and crap he feels. And obviously that just kind of got me a tiny bit fired up. It was more of a realization of I can't be letting myself down like that. So that got me cracked me into gear a bit. And even for the first few days, I still didn't even feel right. I don't really have any words to explain the way I felt. I just felt a bit numb, confused. It was just constant brain fog. And I started beating myself up about it. And I was telling myself, what I found out was that I was relying on the happiness too much and wanting to be happy all the time and to feel good all the time. So I had to remind myself that as a man, not every day is going to be good. Majority of our days are going to be bad. We're here to work, we're here to conquer, we're here to, chase our dreams, chase fear, become the man that we want to become. And to do that, it's not always going to be good. We're going to experience a lot of dark days. There's no light without dark, there's no joy without pain. It's very true. How are we going to understand what joy even is if we don't even experience the pain? So it makes us more grateful for times like this right now where I feel good. And I told myself I was going to feel good again. I was like, just stop relying and waiting for it. Just work regardless of how you feel. Angry, sad, happy. And then when you have your good day again, which inevitably is going to happen, you keep working hard, you keep pushing towards your goals, you're going to have a good day, you're going to have a breakthrough. And on that day, you're going to feel 20 times better because you know that you pushed through even though you didn't want to push through. So just wanted to get that message out there because that's what I've been going through recently. And that is the lesson I've taken from it. And I just want to try and relay that information onto you guys and hope that inspires someone else, who's going through a tough time at the moment. Maybe they're going through some mental battle. You're going to get out of it. Just man up. You're going to get a good day. Just keep doing what you've got to do and then just make it worth it. Right now, I feel like life can't even get better than this. It obviously can, but I just feel really grateful for everything I've got right now. My current situation is not the best thing in the world, especially with my financials and stuff. But, this morning, I told you all the things I've done. Now I'm about to go and smash a 9-hour shift at work. I'm going to make myself a bit of money. It's sunny. I'm going to walk to work. I'm going to do a YouTube video. I've even posted on Instagram. It's constant action. And this is the best feeling you can ever get, when the ball's constantly rolling and it just constantly feeds that positive energy and you just feel amazing. So just be grateful for everything you've got around you, even if it feels like you've not got much, because there's always a positive within everything. And just keep grafting, man, pattern up. One more little thing I want to add to this video. I'm in a new environment now. I just wanted to add this because I thought it was important, but I don't think it's long enough to make it as one little separate YouTube video. So before I was in the gym and I was meant to run a 4K on a 3 incline, and I was doing 13 kilometers an hour. I was meant to do 4K, and I was coming up with all these excuses in the book of how I should cut the workout short. I have work, I've got all this kind of things to do, and just a load of BS, cope. And because of that, I decided I'm going to discipline myself for it. So I disciplined myself and I decided to do 5K, so I did an extra kilometre. I feel like in situations like that, when you catch yourself slipping, you catch yourself being lazy or making excuses for yourself, you got to make sure you discipline yourself because no one else is going to do it for you. We're not 6 years old anymore. We're full grown men, so we've got to do that for ourselves. Our mum's not going to do it, our dad's not going to do it. So just another little thing to keep in mind. And if it's a sunny day for you guys, obviously it is for me in the UK. soak in all the energy, get outside, get some vitamin D and smash your day.